As you know, it's always good for students to explore using charts and graphs, and this is good for almost any subject area. Now in this active tip, we're going to show you how you can make bar graphs become more interactive using ActivInspire's object actions. Now here's a template that you may find in your ActivInspire resource library. It's useful for exploring place value. Now you could write a number like 124 and have the students use the green buttons to chart the number of hundreds, tens, and ones. So for hundreds I have 1, for tens I have 2, and for the ones I have 4. Now you can see the bars move up or they can move down. So it's a great interactive lesson the students can work with and actually see visual representations of these numbers. But how does it actually grow up, or how does it actually move up? Well, to do that, again, the best tip I can give you, go into design mode and actually break down how this flip chart was made. So we're going to click on the button that makes this red box move up, and I can see here on the left that the action is set to position incrementally. My target is 1, and so that means it's this red box right here, and it's going to move it up 40 spots. I know it's up because it's negative 40 spaces. It's going on the y-axis up negative 40. But it's actually not growing, it's actually moving it. So how's that happening? Well, the way it's working on this page is I'm going to turn off design mode, and we're going to make my fit 50%. And now you can see these bar graphs are actually off the bottom of the page. And when I move them up, they actually move up through the page. Or I can move them down through the page. Now this bar right here of blue and the bar of maroon are actually on top of these bars in the layers of the ActivInspire page. Now that you've seen one example, let's look at another. This was submitted by Pat Verhoeven, a fantastic contributor to Promethean Planet. On this page, Pat's done the same thing, but for a math lesson about mean, mode, median, and range. When I click on the arrows, I can see the graph goes up and the graph goes down. Again, using the same idea of position incrementally and hiding the graph on other pieces of the page. Now finally, on this last example, same general idea where this goes up and down, but we're actually not hiding the bar graph anywhere. So if you don't want to mess with hiding the bar graph, the other way to do this is, again, going into design mode. I'm going to bring up my action browser, and when I click on up, I can see it set to stretch top incrementally, and it's going to stretch the red rectangle up 40 spots. And so what this is actually doing is it's not moving a bar graph, it's actually taking this graph and stretching it 40 pixels up to the top of the page. If I had negative 40, it would do the opposite. Again, just play around with the numbers and you'll get a feel for how far and how much it's going to position it. These are some great ways that you can use positioning incrementally and stretching incrementally on your flip charts to create some fantastic graphs for your own lessons. Until next time, blue skies, green lights, and happy flip charts.